It's a nearly $25 billion deal, and it'll have a big impact on how you shop for food at your local grocery store. Thanks for joining Idaho News 6. I'm senior reporter Don Nelson. Tonight, we're collaborating with other Scripps stations to dive deeper into the proposed merger between Kroger and Boise-based Albertsons. If it's approved, it would be the largest supermarket merger in U.S. history. But it's facing major hurdles, including a challenge from federal regulators and a lawsuit from the state of Colorado alleging collusion. Idaho News 6 is securing new comment from Albertsons. But first, Scripps News reporter Dan Monk from WCPO in Cincinnati has more on the lawsuits and how unions are playing a role in this process.
When Kroger employees went on strike in Denver 2 years ago, the company may have had a secret weapon.
We suspected that the companies were colluding illegally during that strike and in other circumstances as well, but we didn't have evidence.
John Marshall is an executive with the United Food and Commercial Workers Union.
It appears the FTC found concrete evidence, documents showing executives of Kroger and Albertsons colluding with one another to break a strike.
3 days before the Denver strike began, an Albertsons boss emailed his counterpart at Kroger saying, "We don't intend to hire any King Soopers employees." He also said, "We don't intend to solicit Kroger pharmacy customers."
They weren't just colluding to break a strike, they were colluding to not market pharmacy products to each other's consumers. So they weren't just targeting workers, they were targeting consumers as well.
That email is now a key piece of evidence in the Federal Trade Commission's attempt to block Kroger's $25 billion acquisition of Albertsons.
Because if Kroger is allowed to acquire Albertsons, they'll have so much power in the marketplace that they can lower wages for workers and raise prices for consumers without passing along any of the cost savings to those consumers.
Kroger declined an on-camera interview but denies having any no-poach agreements with Albertsons. CEO Rodney McMullen told investors last week that Kroger will share merger-related cost savings with customers and employees.
The character of a company is clear in its actions, regardless of what others claim. We know this merger will result in a secure future for union jobs.
The Federal Trade Commission is going off the rails.
State Representative Bill Seitz has practiced antitrust law in Cincinnati for more than 40 years.
They have this theory, which has never been tested anywhere, that the merger should be stopped because it reduces the bargaining power of the union workers.
Seitz isn't involved in the Kroger-Albertsons case, but he objects to the FTC's position as an overreach of federal regulatory power.
Normally, we enjoin those mergers that are going to raise price to consumers.
He also thinks the FTC is making an illogical argument.
If you depress wages paid to union workers, assuming that's even what they would do, who benefits from that? Consumers.
Marshall argues consumers will suffer if the UFCW loses its ability to play the companies off each other in contract talks.
Reducing the amount of labor in the stores, reducing the ability of local store managers and department managers in terms of their discretion over product assortment and merchandising. Those are things that hurt the business and they hurt customers.
Kroger faces a pivotal hearing in August when the FTC will ask a federal judge for a preliminary injunction to block the deal. Experts say companies that lose at this stage often abandon their merger plans. In downtown, Dan Monk, WCPO 9, I-Team.
We reached out to Albertsons for comment on this story. A spokesman for Albertsons sent us this statement. There have never been non-solicitation or so-called no-poach agreements between Kroger and Albertsons companies. In the single email Mr. Weiser chose to include in his complaint, Albertsons was simply reiterating its policy of not hiring workers who are on strike at another company, since those workers would only leave Albertsons and go back to their old employer when the strike was over. This is a story we've been closely monitoring for you. We will continue to give you updates as soon as we learn more.